Hey, be joyful. We are in 1 Peter 1:18 and 19, and we've been talking about this fatherhood of God that is so loving and generous towards us that he sends his son for us. And Peter wants us to dig deeply into that. And part of that is understanding where he had to come in order to find us and redeem us, to ransom us. And that is to the sin that we have lived in. And part of that is tradition that we've inherited. And Peter is especially speaking to the pagan cultures that those Christians that he's writing to that are in this dispersia have inherited from their forefathers. He says, know that you are ransomed from the futile ways inherited from your forefathers. And so we need to talk about that for a minute. And in two aspects of it. One is that he's saying that these traditions that you're rooted in, this pagan culture that you have come from, all right, well, while it is a real thing and it's something that informs your history, those traditions you need to leave behind. Those are things that drew you away into other kinds of idolatry away from God. And we have those things too. We have been brought up with certain ideas about who God is and how he works. And anytime that we bring from our life before knowing Christ a tradition or some kind of practice or anything, that needs to be weighed against who he is and what he's called us to. Those things may not be important to us in following Jesus today. And so the things that might have been valuable to us before could even be seen as shackles that have been dropped off and we have left as we've moved into a true relationship and a grace-filled relationship with Jesus. So that's sort of that past that we've inherited from tradition. But we also need to remember that while we were rebellious towards him, like Paul says, that even though we were in sin before, Christ came for us. And that we were given what was precious despite our rebellion. And that's just such an incredible truth for us to remember. Not about anything that we've done, nothing that we've earned, but instead we've been bought out of our own rebellion. So let me give you a couple of thoughts for your journal. What's some aspect or some aspects of your history, the things that you believe about God, the traditions that you had, that you grew up with, that still influence you as a Christian today, whether positive or negative? What are the ones that need to be dealt with? And then how do you let your faith in Christ inform your life history? When you look back and you see where you've come from, how has that changed because of who Jesus is in your life today? So think about those aspects of your history and your redemption, and then let's get back together again. All right, bye-bye.